Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's HUMNA and I create content connected to art, healing and spirituality. I wanted to share this process that I'm working on my wheel these days, and this wheel is all about finding your inner voice. You see, the voice of the whale, the songs of the whales are original and unique only and only to her and to it, rather. I don't want to have a her or a he because that's not my goal to bring your attention to. It's about the creation of the creator that I'd like you to focus on through this piece. As I work on the piece, I'm, very, very clear that to get to the whale, we have to journey within. The whale is that feeling of you being held when you are in your darkness. When you go through life and there are moments where you don't know how to move forward, what to do, the whale appears as a container to hold you, to guide you, to be with you. It is like your literally inner soul that expands and creates a space where you're able to be isolated, disconnected from the outside world, so that you're able to find your inner voice. And this is something that we all have within us, connected to, Quran and the story of Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam. It is really, really important to understand that when Allah was telling us about that story, it was a container where he had to go into. So from the boat, he had to leave the people, go into the water, meaning go within yourself, make a conscious choice to leave behind everything that he was familiar with, and jump into a territory where he didn't know the path ahead. And we all know that in an ocean, there are no paths, right? There's no like a road that you walk on, there's no clarity. And you kind of just have to jump and you just have to make your way towards land wherever it comes. So there's no clarity as to what path you would be taking. But as you go into the whale, meaning when you go inside the water, under the ground, away from people, there is movement. So the water is never still. There is always this kind of soft, gentle movement to remind you that the world's going to continue, and so are you. It's just a phase that one needs to get through from one point to the other. And so I'm working with this idea that when you look at the piece, the whale is right in the center. The bottom has the waves which show the movement that we have to dive into to understand that sometimes the movement of the water is different for me, and it's going to be different for other people. So people will be moving at their own speed and I will be moving at my own speed. So there are times when you are meant to retract inside, and when you are on a journey to get to you, to your creator, to your light, to your soul's path, then you have to have the understanding that you'll have to jump off the normal wave that people move on, and you have to find a wave that's going to be yours, and it's going to be at your speed. It's going to slow you down, so you don't have to be on the same wave as other people. You can choose to be on a wave that is connected to your journey and your movement and your timeline, as you can say, something that you can connect to, that everybody has different timelines. So you choose what timeline you want to be on. If you want to be like with other people, then that's okay too. But then there are times that you have to remember that they will be going at a certain speed, but you don't have to define yourself by the speed that they are going on, and maybe you want to get off the track. So the whale, as it goes down, as you go down into these waves, and you find a wave that is yours, that's something that you want to be on, and you've kind of have this understanding, okay, everybody's going in this direction, but this is the wave I want to be on, so I'm going to go into this direction because that's what I feel like doing. So you create a path guided by the speed of the time or the wave, right? It's not something you choose. The wave is already there, like the water is always going to be there, the movement's always going to be there. You have to move, you have to make the journey as to which wave you want to choose to be on, and you have that power, for you have the will within you. Once you've reached a space or an understanding, okay, I don't want to be like my ancestors, I don't want to be like my family, I don't want to do the things that people I know are doing, I want to be on my own wave. Once you do that, you land into a whale. You awaken the whale inside you, and I'm going to call it she just because it feels like a feminine energy, but don't take it like it's a she, like I'm talking about gender. I'm talking about the energy of the whale then takes over you. It sort of surrounds you, and you go into the womb of the whale, meaning you go into your own womb so that you connect to the whale within you. And when you are inside the whale, you are isolated by people, that you were familiar with. And because you're trying to find your own voice, you're trying to find what it is that you are here to do. And so the whale helps you create a space around you that you're able to work through the next steps that you need to take. And the most important part that the whale does is that it takes you into the deepest, darkest spaces of your own soul, so that you can reconnect to your own voice. You see, you can't sing a song if your soul is not singing it too. If you're only singing from the voice that you have, which is the zahir, which is the obvious one, then you're only singing from a layer of your being. You're only singing from the vocal cords. You're not singing from your heart. You're not singing from your soul. And for that to happen, for your true original song to come to surface, needs to have your soul engage with your body, and with the two merging of the body and the soul, the awakening has to happen, where you're able to bring to life a song that is only and only and only yours. And so that's this piece that I'm working on. And I work on the waves, and then I work on the sun that is on top. So if you see the piece, the sun is like also a symbol of sun or the moon. It doesn't matter where and what time she is in. It is always about knowing that she's held. She's held from all sides. You see, the tail is on the top and her body is in the waves. So it's to say that she's held by the earth and she's held by the skies. She's held by the waves and she's held by air. It's like she doesn't have to feel like when she goes within herself, or when she creates a space that is, kind of saying, I want time for myself, it's actually okay for you to do that. And those rays of light that have to reach you will reach you. Those waves that you have to ride on will come forward for you. All you have to do is be really honest when you are in the whale. When you're awakening the whale, she is all about honesty. She's all about your throat chakra. She's all about being authentic, real, original, raw. And she's not about that you can't express your pain. No matter what your song is, it is going to be beautiful when it is from the soul. And that's what this whale is all about. And of course, as the journey goes on, I'll share more. But when you see I'm working on these circles, like these are experiences that she goes through to find the right wave, the right kind of not person like person, of course, but in the energy sense. She meets different people, she's had those experiences, but then there comes a time where she has to leave all behind, and she has to choose which ones would she want to surround herself by, and which ones she is just doing it for the sake of pleasure or worldly attachments and all that, and does she want to continue having them in her life. So this is what I'm working on right now. Let me know if it resonates with you. Of course, you can buy my artwork from my Instagram. You can send me a message, and these are pieces I truly believe are ways of connecting you to your inside. So if you have a piece like this hanging on your wall, it's not just because it's beautiful and it's pretty, it's because it's real, it's raw, and it's something that is within you. And as a reminder outside of you, it will keep bringing you home in yourself, that don't ever forget the whale in you wants you to come home. Sit with it. It's going to hold you regardless of what and who you are. It will create a safe space, a container where you're able to be with your thoughts, with your own self, so that you have clarity as to why you came into this world. It's a remembrance of being okay in being alone. It's a remembrance of giving yourself a chance to get to know yourself. It's a remembrance of knowing that all the elements of this planet hold you, guide you, and they are always going to be with you. Those who matter will never leave you, regardless of you being inside the water or outside in the sun. Even when you're inside the water, when you're taking care of yourself, you will be gifted mentors, teachers, healers, friends, companions, whatever it is that you want, even in the isolation. So, when I speak about isolation, it's not just about not talking to people, right? In the video after this one that I will share, I'll speak about that a little bit more as to what it is that I mean when I say you have to go within into the whale, and who are the people that you need to sort of aim, and like it's very personal who you want to. But I'll share the experiences I've had, that when I was in my whale phase, and I don't think whale phase is something that you go into and then come out and then that's pretty much it. No. It's a space, a container within us that calls us and needs us to come home to it regularly. It's like you coming home to you and being okay in the darkness. For in darkness, you're not able to see the outside world, but you're able to hear your own feelings. You're able to connect at a deeper level with your own voice, so that when you connect and polish your inner voice, that's what you share with the world, and you bring out that what is inside you, not that what is outside of you that you take, you kind of just recycle it and just throw it back into the world again. It is something that you create, not copy. I hope that made some sense. And if you enjoy these sessions, I do free Friday art healing sessions through Zoom, and you can join in from anywhere. It's 11 o'clock UK time, and these are sessions which are inspired by the ayat of Quran and the names of Allah. Of course, they are designed and inspired by the Islamic background and spirituality and all that sort of stuff, but they are open to everybody, and it's really not about religion. It's all about connecting to your own divinity within you and being able to express it in a way that you are authentic, real, without masks, and connected to the creator itself through your creativity. So you can get in touch through my links below, and I hope you enjoy the piece. And bye for today, and I'll see you soon again.